Hello, hello. I'm waiting for my coffee. I made the kids go get it today. So all the people out enjoying their coffee without a mask, because we can take masks off when we're drinking. Oh, here they are. Here are the kids.
Here's your coffee.
How do you say the name of this place? Here's my kids. No, you know. Do you know how to say the name of the place? I can't say it.
I can't even see it.
Sciascia.
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 I don't know. I just made that up. That's
Sciascia
probably
Cafe.
not it. I just made that up.
Sciascia?
No, I don't know. I just made that up. I don't know.
Sciascia. So it's not that cold. Italians, if it's like below 60, they're freezing. I can take this off. That's better. So this place is known for their coffee that they put chocolate in. And so you can see they have to serve in paper cups because we can't sit inside bars. We have to do everything to go right now. So it's in a paper cup. Usually it's in really nice fine china. They have really nice coffee cups here. But they put chocolate in the bottom of the cup. Then they put cappuccino. And then they put a little coffee, or not coffee, chocolate on top. So we all got the same thing. It's really good. You like it though? It kind of tastes like hot chocolate with coffee.
It's like a mocha.
Like a mocha. It's like the original America. Surprised I'm not wearing a regular mask. I have one in my pocket. If certain places they require certain types of masks, but this is like a real mask. It has all the proper stuff in it. Covers my whole face. It just slides on and over my nose and clips in the back. But it does the same thing as like the paper ones. It has the what's it have inside it?
Filter.
Yeah, it has the filter inside. It actually covers better than like the kind that Lily has. It's not covering at all. She doesn't want to be seen. So yeah, we're in the Prati neighborhood. This is, if you're looking at a map, you see the Vatican. This is to the right. No, I'm not looking at a map. We are...
To the right.
Yeah, to the right. If you're walking towards St. Peter's, we're in the neighborhood to the right of the Vatican. So yeah, the Prati neighborhood, Prati. Pretty much everything in this neighborhood, all these buildings are about 150 years old. So pretty new. It's very residential. You can see all the apartment buildings down there. And all these giant apartment buildings are built around little piazzas. So as we're walking, I should be able to show you the inside of some of them. And you can see they all have these nice piazzas and the apartments are built around it. Joni says we are northeast of the Vatican. Okay. What else? Nothing's changed. Rome is still orange. We still have our curfew, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Still can only do takeout. Schools are back, right, Amelia?
75%.
Say it to the people.
75%.
75% of
Like they
high
do
schools.
They do school 3 weeks out of 4 in the month, and they rotate or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if you heard her. 3 weeks out of the month, they go to school, and then they're out for a week. All right, something like that. It's all so complicated.
Yeah, I don't know. Each school.
Everything is all so complicated. Thanks, Monica. Thanks for complimenting my haircut. That was last Saturday. Oh, Lily just exploded her coffee cup and got coffee everywhere. I'm gonna let you see the neighborhood, and then we're gonna start walking because it is really pretty over here. And the cafe. Where's the cafe? All right, we're gonna start walking. Here's the garbage one. I'll put the mask back on. So yeah, this covers everything, and it's wool. Plus, it has a filter. Plus, it has something that the armed forces use for breathing. It's actually not very easy to breathe in, but for today, I thought it was easy because I could just take it off and on because it stretches and it goes over my face. All right, so I thought since we're over here, I would show you a couple things in the neighborhood. Is it cold here? No, it's like in the mid 50s today. So no, it's not cold at all. But you'll see a lot of people bundled up because that's what the Italians like to do. What other questions do you have? I don't really have anything to talk about today. Not much has changed here in the last week. I'm just looking at the comments. Yeah, the coffee is really good. It's even better when you can go inside. Because like I said, they serve it in China. Like these little ceramic cups. So it's good. Here, I'll turn it around so you can see the area. So these are all apartments. And a lot of places in this area, they have, I'm walking in the Prati neighborhood. A lot of these places have shops on the bottom, and then the people live above. Of course, this street, there's like no shops. That's one of the main streets in this neighborhood over here. That's where the metro goes and all the buses. So we're in a really quiet part of the neighborhood. But there's a nice church I'm going to show you in a few minutes. And it's a beautiful day. The skies are blue, although it kind of looks washed out right now. Yeah, there you can see it's blue now. Do people own or rent? A lot of people rent because real estate here is so expensive. Like a studio in some of these neighborhoods would go for like $1 million. So yeah, this is a fairly new neighborhood. It's about 150 years old, I guess. But lots of nice shops and restaurants in this area. Okay, now we're coming up on a church. I've lost the kids. They got distracted by something. But yeah, look how pretty all these buildings are. It's a really nice area to live in because it is so quiet. And we're maybe a 10-minute walk from St. Peter's. And like I said, the metro is just a block away from here. So very residential. And all the buildings we walk by, they've had the doors closed, so I can't show you their courtyards. But they all have these amazing courtyards inside. And now we're coming up on a traffic circle. Yes, Monica, you and Matt are not going to buy. You're going to rent. It's also very expensive to upkeep a place if you purchase it because everything is so historic. This camera's not focusing at all. Okay, so blue sky, green trees, waiting for the kids. Traffic circle. Oh, you can see some of the shops here. This is a really nice little piazza. Buildings are rounded. Nice little fountain. This is Prati neighborhood. Nice pharmacy over there. Kathy asks, can you still buy bus tickets at tobacco shops? Yes. That is the place to do it. There are some like machines you can buy bus tickets from as well. The vaccine rollout, as far as I know, it's going well here. I think that I heard that it's more efficient here than anywhere else in Europe. But I haven't really been keeping up that much. All right, so we're coming up on the Church of St. Joachim, dedicated to Mary's father. And I'm not sure if it's open. They do have adoration all day, but looks like the gate might be closed. It's a beautiful church. So if you are following me when I did my Thanksgiving walk across Rome, I stopped into this church. And when I was doing my Roman novena, this was one of the churches I visited every day, because they have a chapel that was dedicated to the U.S. Oh yeah, it's closed. That's unfortunate. Maybe they reopen at 4. Yeah, it's a beautiful church. I'm sad I can't take you in, but I'll show you the front. It has an interesting history because it was built for reparations against sins of the Eucharist, and the priest that wanted it built, he hired an architect, and that guy didn't do a very good job. He started taking money from people for mass intentions, and that's how he was financing it. And when the Pope found out, he fired him. And the next architect came up with a plan to get other countries and other people to help pay. And I don't remember how many countries, maybe 26 countries pitched in. And some of them had their own chapels built inside. And so that's why we have a chapel dedicated to the U.S., because the U.S. paid all this money to build a chapel in this church. There's this great mosaic on the facade. So you can see the Eucharist there on the altar, and then you see all these figures. So there's 2 people on the left, there's one in the center there, and then 2 people over here on the right. And you can see the one on the far right, it's an Indian, that represents America. And then I think the next person, that's Asia, Europe in the middle. So these are all the different continents, Africa right there, and Australia area. And then you have St. Joachim there, Mary's father, holding a little kid Mary. And then the crucifix on top. And on the dome, let me zoom out a little bit. I can show you the dome. They have, it's a monstrance. I'm pretty sure it's not actually, it doesn't have the real Eucharist in it, but from pretty much anywhere in Rome, if you're high enough up, you can see what looks like the Eucharist blessing the city. And then this church also has a cool history, because during the Nazi occupation, the priest of this church would allow the people who were being persecuted to stay here. And there's actually a video online. If you look up the church, St. Joachim and Nazis, you'll probably find it. And it shows you the inside of this church. There's a stairway that leads up into the ceiling. And he put all these people in there. I don't know how many, 20, 30, 40 people. And kind of bricked them in. And then every night they would bring food and supplies for the people. And so he saved all these lives, people being persecuted by the Nazis. And then even the materials here were donated by different countries. So these pink columns right by the door, those were from the Russian Orthodox Church. It's just so beautiful. I wish it was open. I'll have to come back when it's open. But I've taken people in here a lot. So I did the Thanksgiving thing, and then I also did during the Roman novena. I'll turn you around again. Oh, let me fix my hair. Yeah, so we'll just keep walking. We're not going to see another church, but maybe you can see a couple other pretty things in Rome, in this neighborhood. Supplies through that window. Which window? I don't know. Just reading the comments. Okay, so what else? What else can I talk about? Yeah, this is a really pretty church, and it's not. Is it closed because of adoration? No. A lot of the churches here close in the afternoons for nap time, riposo. I thought that this one didn't. Maybe they just started doing that recently, because they do have adoration from early morning until late at night. So they're probably just closed for their nap time. Here's some more pretty buildings. Very Roman. So a lot of these apartments here, like I said, you might be able to see into this one. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, but through that door right there, you can see the light in the back. That's where a courtyard would be. So just really pretty buildings. All right, so what else? What else is there to talk about? Everything's closed. That's sad. So there's lots of restaurants over here, but since everything's takeaway right now, a lot of places haven't reopened, and so not good at all. Let me show you some more of the shops and restaurants. There's a nice Greek restaurant over here, some Chinese restaurants. It really just feels like you're in a neighborhood, not really like the historic center. There's a bar. There's a guitar shop over here. We're coming up on one of the main shopping roads right now, where they have like clothes shops and Nike stores, things that you would expect to find back home. Jewelry shops, there's toy stores over here. Any word on when Roma will open to travel? No. Still no idea. No idea when Rome will be open for people to visit. As I've said recently, we're still not allowed to travel outside of our region. And so there's definitely no word on when other people can visit. Lemon Lover, love your podcast. Thank you. I love our podcast too. It's a lot of fun. Are those places open? Yeah, everything is, for the most part, open. But some of the restaurants back there were closed. But you can see people out. You just can't sit down anywhere to eat or drink. All to go. Now, we're going to cross the street. Now, while we're walking, if you look down, there's no cars coming. If you look down to the end there, that is Piazza del Popolo. So that's one of the main piazzas of Rome. And then that way is the Vatican Museums. Pharmacy, you can see lots of people out shopping today. La Citone store if you need some soap. What else? I wish the sky would focus. It's really pretty. Yeah, so no rumors about travel. No, I don't even think they've said when they think we will be able to get out of the orange zone. Hopefully soon. It is kind of frustrating. This is a school. Nicely designed school. What else do we have over here to show you? There's some kids. What else? Do you guys have any other questions? I'm just going to keep walking until I get home, so. But if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. It's a lot easier to do the second cup Saturday when I can sit and take this off and talk than to be walking. But you get to see a lot more pretty stuff this way because I have to be out and moving. So turn you around again. So here to the left, you'll see some trees down there. That's where Castle Sant'Angelo is. Is the church open for mass, just not to the public? No, it's open. It's just closed right now for the afternoon. Schools are open. Have I taken Italian language classes? yeah, they didn't go so well for me. So, but yeah, I did take some Italian. I took a couple years of Italian in college. All right, so that's down there is where the church we just went to was. So we just kind of made a little loop. What restrictions do we still have? So we have, we cannot eat in restaurants. We can only get to go. Same with coffee shops. We have a curfew, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. And there's some other little things too. Masks are required, the distancing, which not as many people follow anymore. But that's it. The big one is the restaurants. And of course, masks outside is annoying. When does it warm up in Rome? Yeah, in March and April, it'll start to get warmer. So this is a big department store, Coin. So they have like some high-end fashion stuff. There's even a Tiffany attached. You can see Tiffany right there over the garbage can. It is, yeah, Donna says it's so sad to see the restaurants get singled out. It's ridiculous that like they don't monitor how many people are in grocery stores or shopping stores. Some of them do. But a restaurant who spaces out all their tables, keeps all the windows open, only sees people outside, they are the ones being punished. It's pretty crazy, really. Am I near Pizza Island? Kind of. If we keep walking down this street and then turn, we'll be almost to Pizza Island. But it is in this general vicinity. Hi, Suzanne. Kathy says restaurants where she is are opening back up. That's good. Our restaurants were open, and then we had our Christmas lockdown, and then they opened for a couple days after that. And yeah, Donna here mentions that the restaurants spent all this money. That's the crazy part, is that the restaurants, after our first lockdown, they said you can reopen, but you have to like take out, I don't know the number, half the tables, or do outdoor dining. You have to buy these plexiglass things. A lot of them put in, they got rid of their menus. They did digital menus. And so they're following all the rules, but they're still being punished. It just doesn't really make sense. I mean, we just passed a lingerie store that was packed. So that's okay. So here we are at Castroni. This is where you can get a lot of international foods. So if you need like taco seasoning, they have, but they also have other stuff too, like not just American. Lots of chocolate, really good smelling coffee, lots of candies, all kinds of liquors. You can see the liquors up here. They're like that all around the store, like just covered in different types of liquor. Root beer, yeah, Donna says root beer. And they have what is that stuff? Dr. Pepper, vanilla Coke, cherry Coke. Not cheap though. And then this place here, they have cheddar cheese sometimes. So that's the place where we buy our cheddar cheese when we're gonna have taco night. They don't always have it, but again, that's also very expensive. What is Pizza Island? So that's the American translation of their name. But it's a restaurant nearby. It's really good. It's run by a family. And the pizza is not even the best part of the place. They have really good pastas, really good steak, but the pizza is good too. But their name is Pizza Island, which is kind of silly and fun. But it's one of our favorite places. Yeah, Sandra says the restaurants can't be blamed for the high infection rate because they've been closed. That's true. Christina says to check and see if they have cheddar cheese. I didn't see any. What street am I on? I don't know. I don't know what street this is. I'm coming up on a street sign. I'll show you. But I was just on Cola di Renzo. But I don't know what Amelia's going to tell you. What street is it, Amelia?
Fidencio?
What is it?
Fidencio? I think.
Here it is. There you go. That's the name of the street.
Fidencio.
Judy says, favorite restaurant in Rome is Pizza Island. Good. Yeah, we're there all the time. I don't think any of you were following me back when Pope Francis was elected, but I was on Fox News. I was on Shepard Smith's show. And so they brought me here to this building. This is where Fox News is located. And they have this rooftop terrace overlooking like all these buildings that goes to, you can see the Dome of St. Peter's. But when they brought me here, I thought that I was like in the middle of nowhere. It felt like I was so far away from everything. But really, we're just a couple blocks from the Vatican. So it's kind of funny now that I know where I am. There's a restaurant over there called Ted. They have a really good bar. They have good hamburgers. What else did you girls get at Ted?
Huh?
We got hamburgers.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, that's right. Yeah, so here you can see Fox. So it's kind of a very nondescript building. All right, so here's a grocery store. This is Pam. It goes from right there to right here. It's one of the smaller grocery stores, but they have a lot of stuff. You can see they're just very efficient in how they pack everything in. But I'm not going to take you grocery shopping right now. There's actually 3 of our grocery stores are on the same street. Another restaurant that hasn't been open in a long time. Temperature today, I think it was like 56 when we came out. Oh, across this. Let's go. All right, we're almost to the Borgo neighborhood. So as we cross the street, I'll show you, you should be able to see the Vatican. Okay. Not that way. But right down there, you'll see the Vatican museums, they're all over there. Just to give you an idea of where we are. Tobacco shop. So here's something you might not know. So somebody earlier asked if you can still get metro tickets at the tobacco shop. So tobacco shops here, of course they sell tobacco, but they sell a lot of other stuff too. But if you look at the sign, you'll notice right under the T, it says Sali e Tabacchi, right? So this used to be where you would get salt. So you would go to the tobacco shop to get your salt. Not anymore. I don't think they still have salt, but all the signs still say that. Here's an outdoorsy store. My mom says she misses Rome. Rome misses you, Mom. Here is our fake Apple store. So I call it a fake Apple store. It's just a reseller. No, not a reseller, a retailer. So you can get Apple products here, but it's not an official Apple store. Have I attended? Yeah, the 1st of May concert. So that's May Day here. It's a big... This jewelry store always has this huge crowd outside. Anyway, yeah, the May 1st concert. So May Day is a big holiday here. And there's usually a big concert at St. John Lateran. So we went several years ago. Oasis was playing. But it's a mess. There's like 1 million people there. So yeah. Did the big Apple store open? No, they still have not opened. So we have a couple Apple stores at malls, kind of on the outskirts of Rome. It takes us about an hour to get to one because we have to take buses or metro. But there is one that's opening in the center of town, kind of near the Spanish Steps. But it's not open yet. Are the tourist shops in Borgo open? Yes. Almost all the touristy shops are open. I don't know, we don't have any tourists, but you can still get like the rosaries and limoncello in bottles shaped like Italy. All right, try to get across this street before it turns red. As we're crossing, you'll see Castle Sant'Angelo right there. When is the cooking class? I think we're going to do the cooking class next Saturday. I'll be posting about it this week. So yeah, cooking class this coming Saturday.
All right. Yeah.
Just walked by a bunch of people speaking English. That's always weird. Where are we headed today? Well, now we're headed home. We just got back from getting coffee and trying to go to a church. Any anti-mask demonstrations? There were a few. They didn't really go over very well. There are plenty of people that don't like it, but not a lot of protests. Here's the wall that connects Castle Sant'Angelo to the Vatican. So you can see little cutouts in the brick. That's like an inner tunnel. So if the Pope ever needed to leave the Vatican, he could run through the wall. There's also a walkway on top, right there. All right. So now we're on Borgo Pio. Here's another tobacco. You can see the salt. Salt and tobacco. And lottery tickets. How old is the wall? I think it's like 500 years old, maybe. I don't quite know. Can we walk up there? Only the Pope. So they do have tours. When the castle is open, you can get a tour of the wall. And you can go about halfway down. So you can't go all the way to the Apostolic Palace. But you can go about halfway. And you can walk on the inside and on the top. So a lot of the, we have a couple good bars right over here. They're closed. This is a place where the older people in the neighborhood come for like bingo or whatever it is that they play. But that's been closed for a long time, so they can't do that. This is a dry cleaner. They also do some like light tailoring. So they're open. More apartments above shops. You may have seen this painting. So there's a graffiti artist we have in the neighborhood. And you probably saw his, the Pope playing tic-tac-toe with a Swiss guard painting that was on the wall behind me. But this is the one that's everybody's taking pictures of now because it's the saint holding the vaccine. Have Italians received Americans living in Italy where, well, oh yeah, Italians are very friendly. How far would it be to walk from the Vatican to the Trevi? So we do that a lot, and it's maybe 30 to 40 minutes. I mean, it depends how fast you walk. It's probably like a mile and a half. But if you're on a mission, you can get there pretty quick. But it's hard to be on a mission walking through Rome when everything looks like this. We have lots of fountains like this in Rome. They're all drinkable, nice cold water. This one doesn't have, what this? You want to show them how to do it, Amelia? The spout. So you'll notice there are holes or cutouts on the top. And so if you put your hand underneath, you can drink out of it like a water fountain. Or you can spray people walking by. And the kids like to have fun with those. All right. There's a leather shop over there, a jewelry store, closed. A really good gelateria right here. They've been closed since before Christmas now. At the end of this street, I'll zoom so you can see. That's the Vatican right there. You can see a Swiss guard standing at the gate. And you can see an American flag that's flying over the Hotel Sant'Anna. Man, it's quiet today. It is really sad, like Rome. Like, these are all restaurants. That's a decent restaurant. They have a lot of people. This gelateria closed. This bar here with the dog, that's Duke. But that bar has been closed for a long time. So they're closed now. So a lot of these places, while they're closed, they just kind of do work in the bar, remodeling. This place usually has about 20 tables outside. Closed. Little sandwich shop here is closed. Restaurants closed. So even though a lot of these restaurants can do takeaway, it's not really worth it because Italians don't quite do the takeaway thing. And while they don't really have a choice now, so more and more people are doing it, you know, these restaurants are going from having a couple hundred people a night to having, I don't know, like 20 people. So it's just not even worth it to open. This is a really nice restaurant and bar. Yeah, Duke is a very good dog. He's very nice. There's a bakery. They're usually open. I guess they're just closed because it's Saturday. Little bodega over here. We have a couple of these on the street. They stay open until around 10 p.m. There's a gift shop down here. Commandini. People call it the Catholic Costco because you can buy all sorts of religious goods there, and you can even buy them in bulk. This restaurant here, this was one of Cardinal Ratzinger's favorites, Pope Benedict. They reopened for a few weeks after our lockdown, the one back in the spring, and they would have a few people in for lunch, but at dinner, nobody. So they eventually just closed. So hopefully they'll reopen. Another bodega right here. Very quiet today. Here's another restaurant that's been closed since the first lockdown. Here's one of those touristy shops. Somebody was asking about the touristy shops. So yeah, these places are still open. I don't know how they're doing because I don't think locals are buying keychains and magnets. Then we have lots of the religious shops that are still open. This place here has icons. So they have some nice icons in here. Like some original, some reproductions. More touristy shops. But as you can see, there's nobody out, so I don't know why they're open. This is a good coffee shop right here, Del Monte. They have been open, but they've closed since the new lockdown began. This place completely closed. This was their sandwich shop, so attached to their coffee shop, and now it's been gutted so it's empty. Our Lou here, this is a really good restaurant. Oops. And they reopened after our lockdown. But the way it is now, they've just stayed closed. So they've been closed for a few weeks. JP, yes, I have been there. That's a tea shop. I've been there for a couple of my Tipsy Tuesdays. This is Hotel Santana. They are not open. Obviously, there's nobody here. But they're usually here each day in the morning, and they have a big dog. Plays out here. Where are the gypsies? They are... I have no idea. We actually saw one that is usually on our street right after the lockdown ended, and then she disappeared. And you do see some of them around St. Peter's, but not very many. Don and Mrs. Armando, yeah, and the girls. So they're still here sometimes, like just walking around outside. But yeah, it is sad that they're gone. And now we're coming up on the Vatican McDonald's, which I've taken you to a few weeks ago. So I guess that's it. Nice walk around Rome. There's the continuation of that wall. And so it just keeps going that way, and then you can see right there's the Vatican. More shops, more people. So I guess that's it. I'll let you get back to your Saturday. And I don't know what we're gonna do. But happy Saturday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching Second Cup Saturday. Hope you enjoyed your coffee. Mine was excellent. And I'll see you next week. Ciao. Girls, say ciao. Say ciao. Say bye. Your grandmother's watching.
Okay. Bye.
All right, bye. Hope you enjoyed it. Ciao, DJ. Suzanne had a mimosa instead. Good job, Suzanne. I should have had a mimosa. All right, ciao, Kathy. Ciao, Jewel. Bye, Mom. Bye, Gloria. That was a fun walk. All right, bye, everyone.